Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan. Today is September 27th, and an update on now Tropical Depression 9. The National Hurricane Center has come out with their 11 a.m. advisory, and here's what's going on. So, as we take a look at the satellite imagery, it is still very messy, hanging over eastern Cuba this morning, bringing heavy rain, torrential rain, strong winds to the islands, and also rough surf. But it has become better organized during the overnight hours. So it is expected to continue to organize as we go through the next 24 to 48 hours, and then eventually becoming Imelda later on tonight. Taking a look at the latest track here from the National Hurricane Center, it does have winds of 35 miles per hour, moving to the northwest at 6 miles per hour. Later on tonight, around 8, when the next advisory comes out, it is expected to become Tropical Storm Imelda, and it's going to hold on to its tropical storm characteristics as it moves over the Bahamas early Sunday morning through Sunday evening. Now, this track does show the center of this system staying parallel to Florida, which is great news for us, but we're still going to see indirect impacts from this system Sunday through Monday. Fast forwarding to Tuesday, it is expected to become a Category 1 hurricane with winds of 75 miles per hour. And then it does show that there's still a lot of uncertainty with this system by the time we get around midweek, but it is looking better for the Carolinas as of right now. For us here at home, a tropical storm watch has been issued for coastal Brevard and Volusia counties, meaning strong winds are possible, pockets of heavy rain that could cause minor flooding, beach erosion, and also we could see deteriorating boating conditions. So all of these factors we'll have to take into account as the system continues to move northward, again, staying way offshore between 100 to 300 miles away from the Florida coastline, but it can still bring some impacts along our coast. And talking about our coastline, here are your coastal hazards as we go through the next few days. Looking at a moderate rip current risk today, but then a high rip current risk Sunday into Monday, and then rough surf. The wind gusts, again, this is the GFS, showing the winds will begin picking up ahead of the system across central Florida. Could get gusts up to 20, even 25 miles per hour, and that is going to last through much of our Sunday. Heading into Monday, I do think the strongest winds will be Monday afternoon as that system continues to slide to the east of us. Along our coastline, especially Brevard County, could get gusts up to 30, even 35 miles per hour as the system continues its journey northward. Now, the rainfall potential, it is showing between 2 to even 3.5, 4 inches of rainfall over Brevard County, and then locally higher amounts are possible. Coastal Volusia County could get up to 2, even 3 inches, and then the lesser amounts of rainfall possible for Daytona Beach, Palm Coast could get a little over, I would say, a quarter of an inch, maybe a half of an inch, but our inland spots are going to miss out on the heavy rain. Again, the heavy rain will be confined along our coastal regions. There are tropical storm warnings in effect for all the islands in Bahamas because tropical storm conditions are expected. And the tropical models here, the latest information, it shows that as we fast forward things into Monday, and I popped up Humberto because we're tracking this system as well, which is a powerful hurricane. Thankfully, it won't be impacting the United States, but Bermuda is going to have to watch that forecast very closely. So because Tropical Depression 9 is sitting a bit farther southwest than anticipated, the upper low that we've been tracking over the Northeast that is going to help steer Tropical Depression 9, it isn't as strong. So the chances of it turning toward the Carolinas, the odds are beginning to decrease, which is great for the Carolinas as well as coastal Georgia. Now, Hurricane Humberto could help pull Tropical Depression 9 even further out to sea away from the U.S. as we're taking a look at the upper atmospheric dynamics. And if that was to happen, that would be around midweek. which would be great news for the United States. So that's the latest on the trends. But the clouds and rain forecast, this is our in-house models, and it does show this system continuing to strengthen as it goes over the islands, over the Bahamas. And notice the center of the system staying well offshore. So no direct impacts are expected for Florida. As it continues its track northward, getting closer to Wednesday, it does show that a bit of a shift to the east here. So we'll continue to watch the trends as things evolve, but it is certainly possible. Now taking a look at Hurricane Humberto satellite or visible imagery, satellite imagery, just showing how powerful this system is as it continues to swirl over the open Atlantic. The latest track from the National Hurricane Center shows it's staying overseas for the most part, but it could impact Bermuda because Bermuda is within the cone. So it has winds of 145 miles per hour. It is a Category 4 hurricane, and it is expected to hold on to its Category 4 hurricane status as we go through the next several days, strengthening a little bit more, at least through Sunday, and then taking that turn towards Bermuda potentially as a Category 3, Category 2 hurricane, bringing strong winds, heavy rain to the island. And as of right now, it is moving to the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. So that is the latest on what we're tracking right now. Thankfully, there are no direct impacts due to Tropical Depression 9. But if you do live along the coastline, expect strong winds, heavy rain at times beginning tomorrow morning, and there will be a high rip current risk. The next update or the next track, it does come out later on today, and meteorologist David Nazario will have the latest on that. Have a good day.